Yeah, cool. Lights, camera, action. Welcome to my first video here on YouTube. Wow, I've decided I'm done with social media. I've spent so much time, effort in posting daily, whether it's stories or reels, or the post or the carousels, the graphics, whether it's short or long. I've been posting for 2 years. I just can't seem to gain any traction. So if I haven't met you before, my name is Dino. I'm a breathwork facilitator. I've got a lot of experience in other areas in terms of business, family, Eastern philosophy. And I'm here to go all in on YouTube. On this video, I'm just going to speak to the camera and I'll tell you about little bit about my journey of recent times in terms of why am I here? Why YouTube? And so what I've discovered in building businesses that are successful is that in the service industry, it's not too hard to build a business if you do a good job. You get a customer, they try you out for a time. If they like you, they engage you for a long time. And so my philosophy has always been attract good talent, bring people in to the business that are skillful, curious in nature, and always wanting to contribute at work. And so with that philosophy, it was really easy for me to build my service business, orientation business. So this is my first attempt at health and wellness. I've built a business where I'm able to have a support, an income that supports me in what I want to do and what I choose to do. Some freedom has come my way in recent events, and I'm lucky enough to have a good team that supports the businesses that I have. So thank you to them. But I'm here now wanting to change the way I do things, wanting to really have a passion project around holding space for people. I'm almost 50 years old. I have a lot of experience in pain, in frustration, in anger, in challenging situations and moments. And as a result of all these experiences, I've gained a lot of wisdom, and I have a lot of what I believe, well, the feedback has been that I can offer a lot of wisdom for others who are in need. And so I believe my passion project currently is to hold space for people. And I'm lucky enough to have tripped over breathwork about 4 years ago, maybe even longer now, maybe 5 years ago, with the crazy man Wim Hof, who did a documentary around the cold water exposure and how he deals with that, how he uses the breath to go into these challenging moments. And I started adopting these methodologies for my life, for my challenging moments, for my, where I get to stand up and really promote our services in forums of 100 people plus, stand as a humble leader with my team, and also just with family and friends, and in these challenging, really painful moments. And so as a result, I felt like I needed to get into the breathwork. I went through the dark night of the soul a couple of years ago and was able to come out of it relatively quickly. When I hear about other people's reflections and my support mechanism, they help me actually come out of the dark night of the soul, help me shine my own light and reminded me who I am and my worth. But I tripped over breathwork as a facilitator. So I went and joined Breathless, young Johannes, who is an old soul no doubt, who taught me much about breathwork, how to hold space, trauma-informed sessions and education. And so I owe him a lot of gratitude, and I'm thankful for all the knowledge he's passed on. He's never kept anything close to his chest. He's always forthcoming with knowledge, which I love. I feel like he's passing down knowledge, not from just books he's read, but from his own experiences, but also what I feel like with an old soul, from generations, from ancestors that sort of passed down through to his soul, and I can tell he's doing his own work, and as a result is able to hold space for someone like myself. And in that time where I was finding it hard in life and going through the dark night of the soul, he helped me learn much more about breathwork and going deep within the body and how it can help me facilitate getting deeper to who I really am and getting rid of the old stories. And so here I am in finding myself getting this master certificate, because I went all in, of course, that's just what I do, growing a new business in the health and wellness space. And in the health and wellness space, of what I didn't realize is I'm not the only breathwork facilitator. I'm not the only person that's awakened to the health and wellness space. And so there's a lot of competition out there, but there's also a lot of, what I would say, wounded souls out there promoting health and wellness. And whether they're doing their own work or not is a question that people might ask. And I've been to a lot of events where I feel like, there's some guru complexes out there, and where my approach is, I'm in the work, I'm humbled, I'm on the ground with you, and let's talk, let's have a conversation. And perhaps I've got some questions I might ask that helps you answer your own questions. And so anyway, I digress. I'm in the health and wellness space, trying to grow my business, 2 years into it, and I'm barely getting traction. I've had much success in my service industry-based businesses, and they're basically standalones. They pay all the bills and they support my passion project, which is what I'm doing right here, speaking to you, speaking to this camera. But I decided, why do I need to continue daily spending so much time on social media? And I'm like, I need to change something. So I used YouTube to learn some things, and I came across YouTube as a great platform for learning. And what I realized is, when I'm going through YouTube clips for learning, that some of the YouTube clips are 6 years old, 8 years old, 10 years old. And I'm coming across this by entering searches, and I thought, hold on a second, I can post something now like what I'm doing here, and then actually have someone day after day, week after week, year after year, perhaps finding this video. And I thought, hold on, that's a great return on investment. I get to put my energy here with you to speak into this camera on YouTube, and somebody 10 years from now can trip over it. Where social media, I felt like it was only relevant if you posted daily. You might get a like a week later, but after that, after about a week, nothing in social media is seen anymore. It's got to be super relevant and super up to date. So I put a lot of energy into those areas where I feel like, you know what, I'm putting my hands up and saying, let's do some homework on YouTube. Let's try and go deeper on YouTube. And so when I did some searches on how to start a channel, all I was hit with was how to do your intro, how to do your hook, how to do the thumbnail, how to do the hook, how to do the, what's the problem, what's the pattern, what's the pain point, what's the solution. And I started using AI to help me generate some ideas. And I'm like, what am I doing? Why am I using these sort of tactics these YouTubers are talking about? Why aren't I just hitting record and speaking to the camera with what's in here already? I've got so much to say. I've got so much that I wanted to say. And I've got so many people out there, so many people that actually want to learn from someone who's been through the weeds, through the pain, through the darkness, through the challenging moments, through building businesses, building family, building good friendship, deep, meaningful friendships, and a community. I've been able to build a community as well. So through this, I'm hoping to build a wider community, a bigger community, not only in Sydney, but also across Australia and perhaps overseas. And so here I am, and this is my first entry for YouTube, and I believe I need to be doing this regularly, so I'm going to aim for once a week. You'll learn much more about me. You'll learn about some of my ideas. A lot of them are pulled from breadcrumbs from other philosophers and Stoicism and the Vedas, the Vedic knowledge, Buddhism, Zen, and Carl Jung psychology, the depth psychology of Carl Jung. What does it mean to be part of the collective conscious and collective unconscious? What's morphic resonance? Why we should go on pilgrimage? Just really about life. And so why do all this? Because I do believe the work I'm doing is to really know thyself. Because the privilege of a lifetime for anybody is to know thyself. This is Carl Jung's quote. And I do believe that fundamentally. And to know thyself, we need to put in practices, especially today's day and age, not to get distracted. All the distraction is out there trying to obtain your attention. And so I'm here to say, let's come on a journey with me. Let's do this together. Let's evolve together. I believe souls are put onto this earth to evolve. And to evolve, we need to put ourselves into challenging situations so we can grow. But what if these challenging situations, these stressful situations, it becomes chronic stress where we can't learn, where we're reactive instead of responding. We're not reflecting, and maybe we're not behaving in ways that we know are to be good and to be our higher selves. We always catch ourselves, hey, this is not good to eat, but we still eat it. What's going on there? Let's talk about that. Let's talk about how when we reflect on something and you go, oh, why do I react like this? Let's talk about the repetitive thoughts that are no longer serving you. Let's talk about why you keep going backwards and say, I should have said this, I could have said this. And let's talk about the future. Why are we talking about the future? Why are we planning so much? Why aren't we just going with the flow? Like I'm doing here, I'm just going with the flow. I just press record and I'm going with the flow. I ditched the whole AI, I ditched this whole YouTube, recommend this, recommend that. I'm here to be me. I'm here to practice who I am. Allow this to come through. And the other thing is this, for the next a couple of months, I'm going to be shooting this at night because at the moment, I'm really busy helping a close friend transition. And so I don't have any time in the morning, but I am having some time of the evening after dinner, where between now and bedtime, I've got this sweet spot where I'm like, okay, let's just hit record. So I'll be doing this for the next couple of months, week by week, maybe more if I've got more ideas, but then I'll transition to what I would prefer is the morning. So I would prefer to record in the morning. I feel like I got better ideas, things are floating around. So again, Dino Beauty. I'm just another person going on a journey, humble as, wanting to share, and hopefully things I say resonate with you. I ask that you like, you subscribe, and you come on this journey with me. Until the next video, remember, we're here. The privilege of a lifetime, let's forget we're here. The privilege of a lifetime is that we get to know thyself.